Wet. 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 Well, yesterday I joked about Jory bringing the rain with him. It's been raining non-stop since early this morning. Probably close to 2 inches since Friday. I don't like the rain on the farm. It can rain everywhere else, just not on the farm. I'm gonna lose a whole cutting of Bermuda grass, which we've spent a lot of money on fertilizer. I'm gonna lose a whole cutting on teff grass, which we've spent a lot of money on seed and fertilizer. Probably gonna lose a whole cutting on alfalfa. I've already got a lot of alfalfa rained on. Luckily, nothing's down. I've got a bunch of alfalfa I bought in big bales, and I set them down off the truck to separate them into the barns. I didn't get to separate them, so they're just sitting outside getting rained on. That's my fault. I should have done that. Got some Bermuda grass sitting outside of a barn to make room. That's my fault. I should have taken care of that. Trying to be optimistic about the rain. Yes, there is a drought here in the southwest. Man. Trying to be optimistic. Just got out of church, headed down to the farm to see what kind of damage there is. Probably not any damage, but other than the stuff I just mentioned. So let's see what's going on. This little school I drive by every day. Lots of water. Old dairy over there. Shut down, but left some barns. Luckily, for most guys, like this field right here was corn. They got it all out and plowed up. Most guys, I was just talking to a buddy, they've got a bunch of corn and they got it all done last week or a week before last, week and a half ago. I think all the corn has pretty much been chopped. So, man, if yours wasn't chopped, like this sucks. But I mean, if we get some sun next week, this won't be bad. But man, got fields that are purple and ready to go. Look at all that water. From the rain. Oh, here's a bunch of water. Oh, check this out. These guys just finished land planing. They almost got this field planted. Oh, look at this. Here's a that catches all their irrigation, and it is now flooding out into the road. That's how much water. Look at this. Look at the water coming off this field right now. Wow. That's a lot of water. Right into that drain ditch. Ooh, this intersection is going to be full of water. This is a lot of water for us. Look at this intersection. This has got to be a foot deep. This is gnarly. Thank you, sir. This is a lot of water. Uh-oh, the train track is down. That means it's probably shorted out. And there was more water earlier. This is incredible. See, now what happens is whoa, whoa, whoa. A little hairy. Whoa, you guys can't feel this, but this is wild. And there's a little car up there. How is that car? What the damage happens here now? So there's a ditch right to our left, and it plugs up, and then all the water comes onto the road. But what gets real bad is there's a canal right up here. And if this canal, if they did not shut the water, or if they did not open all the gates or whatever, I forget what they do exactly, but they turn off the wells. There's wells that are pumping into here. If they don't turn that off, these canals break and they will flood out houses and all sorts of stuff. We don't get rains like this, but every 4, 5, 6, 7 years. I don't know. Not very often. I just drove over the canal and forgot to look at it. What an idiot. Well, there's another canal we gotta look at. But what's important about that one is it's just above my parents' house. So if that breaks, my parents get a lot of water. So I'll have to look at that on my way home. Speaking of, there's my parents' house. There's some of my barns full of water with a little bit of hay left out. Another one of my faults. All of our expensive teff grass, which we should be cutting right now, but it's for obvious reasons we're not. My sweet cool sign, Del Sesos. My neighbor's yard, it looks like a pond. There's the canal. It's pretty full, nothing to make me nervous. But yeah, this field was just irrigated. I guess we could have saved some money on water and not irrigated it, but whatever. Okay, it's pretty full right there, and right there, and right there. I hope they turn the pumps off, because rains like this is when it causes problems. There's the mini donkeys. What are you guys doing? and standing in the rain. What does it look like we're doing? Those guys are funny. Look at all this water. Wow. This is a lot of water for us. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. That's a lot of water. Wow. The numbers on my rain gauge have faded off. It's way up there. It's like 4 inches, I think. No, that's 5 way up there. So 5, 4. Maybe it's just like 2 inches. I don't know. This thing's hard to tell. So this is my overflow tank hole when the barns are when it's raining. That hole was empty yesterday. Now this is very dangerous. I've got another retaining hole right here. It's super deep, and guess what? You can't see it because I was supposed to get a bunch of rocks dumped in there and I forgot to. Well, I shouldn't say I forgot. Several times I asked a company to come dump a bunch of rocks in it, and several times the company never did. As they say, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. I wasn't squeaky enough. We can't get to the hay sitting in the water. It is sitting in the water though. Oh, this makes my stomach upset. Very upset. Good thing we have these barns, that's for sure. I just remembered I have some triticale sitting out in small bales. Wish I'd have put those in here too. Here's the Bermuda. Hindsight's always 20/20, right? I'm wishing I would have just cut this, and if it would have got a light sprinkle on it last week, at least it would be up and out of the field and it would be growing back right now, and I wouldn't be missing a cutting. Instead, I would have got one cutting partially rained on. Now I'm going to end up missing a whole cutting, and this stuff that I do cut, this cutting will just be big and rank and yellow. It gets so big it falls over on itself, and the light doesn't get through, and I don't know why. I'm not a scientist, but it turns yellow underneath it. I think it has to do with sunlight. I honestly don't know. But so we're gonna have several hundred acres of just ugly Bermuda grass. I should be thankful though, last year was a very dry year. We had zero monsoon. Instead we had record heat. So I guess you could say, well, this is making up for last year being so crummy. Still hard to stay optimistic. There's the Gila River right there. There might be water in it today. I don't know. It takes a lot of water to make that thing run. There's my Bermuda, just getting bigger and uglier. It's mostly giant Bermuda. Some common Bermuda has got in there. The difference is giant Bermuda doesn't head out, make seed. Maybe it does eventually, I don't know. But the common Bermuda will seed out. There's patches of common Bermuda in there where you'll see it all seeded out, but the barns are built great. The barns that we have, they're elevated. I've hauled a lot of gravel and millings in from crusher fines, I should say, not millings, crusher fines. And generally, when it rains, we can still get in and load trucks, but 3 inches might be our limit on getting in there. I mean, it's still raining. It's been raining since, I don't know, 5 o'clock this morning, I think I heard it starting. And it's 11 o'clock now. So I don't think we'll be loading any trucks anytime soon. Tomorrow's Monday, today's Sunday. So Monday, I don't think we'll be loading. Tuesday, we probably won't load. Wednesday, and it all depends too on the weather. If it gets hot, we might be able to. But if it doesn't, then we won't. I'm really worried about that pit where all the water goes to off the barns. And when that thing gets full, it goes up into the feedlot pens, and it takes a long time to go away. My front entrance has a lot of water. This is where the customers have to drive. And it's full of water. Well, let's go check on the drain hole. So this drain hole takes all the water from the feedlot where the shades drain, and then the barns drain, and the water all comes to one side. And it is almost always empty. A couple years ago it filled up. It made a big mess. It took forever to drain because it's just a big hole. Now it's filling up again. Problem is there's cows in that pen, which the water's got to go a lot of other places before it gets to where they are. However, the gate to get them out of the pen can be underwater. The other issue is, let's say we get like a 2-inch rain this winter, 3-inch rain, which you can get 3 inches in a winter. Our average rainfall is, I think, 6 or 7 inches or something. So let's say this hole fills up right now, and then I get a bunch of rain this winter, this hole stays full and it floods the other pens. So I'm not real sure what I'm gonna do. I was looking at the weather. It's supposed to be like 105 on Tuesday. All this rain, and then 105 on Tuesday. And 20% chance of rain again in a couple days. It's gonna be humid. This is a rough monsoon season. I generally say Arizona's a great place to make hay. I shouldn't say it. It is a really good place to put up alfalfa. I mean, most of our cuttings are good, so. Just this July monsoon came in with vengeance. August can be monsoony too. August is, I think, usually the bad one, but I don't know. They're both bad. So the teff grass at my grandparents, there's 4 fields. 2, because of irrigation purposes, 2 fields got irrigated right away, and the other 2 fields had to wait a while. And so they were like 2 weeks behind, a week behind. So we need to be cutting it right now. And I've been told teff grass, you can't let it head out or it doesn't grow back very well. Which I guess that's true for some other grasses. Sudan grass, you don't want it to get too big. Well, now this stuff is huge. It's getting 3 inches on it right now. We're not gonna be able to get in to cut that field for, could be a week, I don't know. And so if that doesn't grow back, that 80 acres will have been planted, 1 nasty cutting off of it, and then it doesn't grow back. That's a waste of seed and fertilizer. Okay, complete waste. So, and it's hard to be optimistic right now. I just hope it's filling up the lakes around us. That's all I can really say. Because if it's not, it's just hurting me. It's hurting us. All these farmers. I guess that these guys have cotton planted, it doesn't really hurt them so much. Here's one of my fields that's about to flood onto the highway. I don't remember how many years ago it was now, 6, 7, 8. This field did flood onto the highway, but I think the canal broke as well. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember exactly what happened, but it can happen. It's about to happen again. Yeah. Lots and lots and lots and lots of water today. A little bit yesterday. Most of it's coming from right now. If I wasn't in a 1-ton, I wouldn't be plowing through that water so fast. So all you people, you're not driving safe. I'm in a 1-ton pickup. And my dad owns that house. It is a lake out there. Whoa. Made my laps, looked at everything. It's still raining. Not a whole lot I can do. Sunday anyways. Go home. It's 11:30. I bet Hank goes down for a nap pretty soon. To have a day in our little tiny house. Our house is very small, so maybe we'll go down to my parents' house and let him run around inside there. Their house has a lot more space for a little boy. He has lots of energy, so we'll see. Whatever. It's 4 o'clock now, and I'm back on the farm. There shouldn't be water right here, ever. Well, I guess when it rains, but there shouldn't be this much water. I drove by a barn that we rent from some guys. I think the canal broke in this area because, whoa. We're a lake. We are officially a lake. Anyways, I think the canal broke because there's water in my hay. So that sucks. Today is a bad day. Here comes the moment of truth. Time to go look at the barns. Really, the water still, oh crap. I can already see it. Oh, man, that's a lot of water. So here's this pen, the pen that takes all the water, completely full, flowing into this other pen, and water is still coming out of that pipe. And there is still a lot of water in the barns. Wow. That's quite a bit lower over there, but it's gonna have to fill in to all those other pins over there. I'm gonna have to move these cows somewhere else. Luckily, all the barns are elevated. They're up above the ground, probably a foot or more. So the barns, my barns are okay. We'll go look at the neighbor, the rented barn, in a minute. Here comes the rented barn. Look at all that hay underwater, the bottom bales. At least it's not the full barn. Like the barn wasn't filled with hay, but that still hurts. That still hurts. Check this road out. It's got sand and dirt and rocks and wood and big dirt potholes in it now. See where the water washed out, eroded the side of the road? Ooh, rocks in the road. Look at this. It's all dirt across the road. Whoa. And there's more up here, but you guys get the point. Okay, now, thanks for watching this depressing show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't, check out the website. There's some new shirts up. That's cool, right? Something to look forward to. Stay optimistic. What do you do? Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.